Hi there! Today I think is a good day to show you my old visualization project, my audio visualization project. And this is a project which I did 3 years ago, and it is absolutely huge. It's my biggest project that I've ever done. And this thing took me months, absolute months to do, because it's just got so many little intricate bits. It's quite complicated, to be honest. And there was a point in the middle where I thought, I'm not going to complete this, but hey, I did it. You know, it pushed boundaries, but hey, learning is about pushing boundaries, right? I don't have much footage of it, just like of the making of it, I should say. Just like 2 pieces of footage. Back then I was not doing YouTube. I just decided to document it and just like, you know, capture the moment, which I did quite well. Yeah, it's back from 2000. I just saw the date. It's from 2012. So that should tell you how old this thing is. So yeah, let's move on and I will show you. Right, here I am again at a silly time of night, but what's new? It's normal for me. What I want to do in this video is actually document the latest progress that I've done on my latest project, which is the VU project. It's basically a little circuit that I built on Matrix board, which I'm actually impressed with. I'm surprised I didn't use it before. And it's basically a coil meter. And as you can see, it's working amazingly well. And I thought I'd add this to it and make it a bit retro. Well, I've decided to use this song not only because I love Elisa's songs, but also because it's got a bit of a beat to it and you can see it working amazingly. Now, let me just switch the other part of it on. What I'm going to do after this is use one of these as a VU meter, and this is going to be really good. As you can see, I've been working on my VU project, and I thought it was coming on okay and everything was fine until I realized that there's a few problems going on. I mean, at first I was occupied with the amplifier for these valves, the audio amplifier, and I finally managed to get that working, alhamdulillah, which is good. But what has happened is I've realized that the VU scale is not working as good. And there's an explanation to that. I had a bit of an accident. And it was to do with my audio in, which in this test stage there was wires everywhere. Now, when I was testing, one of these wires decided to worm its way and hide underneath this circuit board, and that's the worst one to hide behind. Just put that away. That's the worst one to hide behind because this is the boost converter, which converts 12 volts to 250 volts, so to run the valves. Now then, okay, so 250 volts DC through an audio line is not good, because when I switched the power on, I heard a big bang somewhere down here, which I was confused by because there's absolutely nothing down there that links to the circuit, except when I realized, after the shock wore out of the big bang, that it was my mini disc recorder that had 250 volts through its earphones earphone socket and is now fried. It's been my music companion for many years and I will miss it. I'm gonna put that in my memory box, I think, because I haven't got the heart to throw it away. Okay, anyway. So after that damage, after that accident, what I've decided to do is get some audio isolation transformers, which isolate this completely from the circuit. So if there's anything that goes wrong over here, this will not be affected whatsoever because it blocks DC and only the transformers. So what I think's happened is, just focus that, is that nasty 250 volts through the audio line has caused some damage around here. With this one stage amplifier, I'm gonna have to replace the transistors because they seem to be playing havoc. Alhamdulillah, the coil meter is fine. And I think these have incurred some damage. And these are the LM3914 or 15 or 16 bar graph display drivers. I hate desoldering long chips and resoldering new ones because it's tedious work. Yani, it's so hard. Okay, so I've just finished installing this amplifier that I built, and I've just realized something. It's not enough power still to give these valves. I mean, you can see the valve, you just focus it. You can see the valve working a little bit, and it's not doing what it should do fully. There's actually not enough power for it. These valves actually require 5 to 10 volt audio input range, but unfortunately this little amplifier is only giving out 1.5 to 2 volts. So freaking ice cream van. This is all I need to hear. Anyway, you can see Heba's run all the way to the window. Anyway, this is nowhere near enough voltage for it. So, what I'm gonna have to do. Look at you! You wanna go and get another ice cream, don't you? Okay. This is not enough voltage for it. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to build another amplifier, and oh my god. I mean, it's more than enough for this coil meter which is dancing around. I've had to put the resistance high so it doesn't shoot off the end of the scale. So anyway, I better go and work on this, I think. Sorry, it's just Heba's face is making me laugh when she's ice cream. Right, okay. Tamam. Let's go and work on this thing. Okay, ma'asalam. Right, we have flashed forward and returned to the present moment again. About this project, I started it unplanned, and as I do with everything, I seem to be unable to plan anything at all. I had no idea the project was going to end up as huge as it did when I started it. I did a lot of intricate work, and as you can see, I was using stripboard at this time, which slowed me down a lot. I realized I needed more current, and the stripboard was unable to deliver what was needed to the components. This was the time when I first started using Matrix board, and I loved it. I never looked back to stripboard after this, unless it's something like the LEDs of a VU scale, just like the recent Mr. Smiley on my amplifier project. The next thing I find is myself trying to figure out valves or tubes, I don't know what to call them. I have never worked nor touched one before this point, so there were lots of moments of a little smoke coming from my ears. As you can see, I had to make it entertaining for myself, or I will just go completely nuts. after that, I find myself buried in freaking wires and cables testing these things. There's a point, obviously, with valves or tubes, and you need a 200 volt or to 300 volt supply. And there was absolutely no way that I'm going to get the mains electricity and I put it into the circuit just like this. There's just no way I'm gonna do that. It's not gonna happen. So I decided to push myself once again and build a boost converter, which converts 12 volts into 250 volts, like up to 300 volts, I think, with my circuit that I did. Talk about throwing oneself wholeheartedly into the deep end. I know I'm supposed to push my limits, but freaking heck. And as you can see, that there is a complete jungle of components around me, as I even have my dinner, around this time, and of course keeping myself entertained, even watching cartoons. I'm a strange person, I know. The only amplifiers I could build at this stage were op-amps or IC-based amplifiers. The recent ones, the first proper amplifiers that I've built manually with transistors. So yeah, this is so far. You haven't seen the complete thing yet. That will be for the next video. And hopefully you will enjoy that because it's pretty cool. So thank you so much for joining me up to this point, and hope to see you in the next video. Adios!